It's time to call the meeting to order. Would the clerk call the roll, please? Justice Keller?
Here.
Justice Green? Justice Hall?
Here.
Justice Pankey? Justice Peter?
Here.
Justice Rayford?
Here.
Justice Smith?
Here.
Justice Stovall?
Here.
Justice Toombs? Here. Justice Watkins?
Here.
Justice Wilson? Here. 9 present, 2 absent. Would everyone stand and would Justice Stovall lead us in the prayer and pledge?
Let us pray. Our most gracious and heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this evening. We pray, Lord, for the knowledge and the ability to make the decisions that's conducive and right for Miller County. We pray that you will go with each person here, that you bless us and guide us. In Jesus' precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Let's put a pen over our heart, please. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Your Honor, I would like to make a comment if I could. I would like for us to stand and take a minute of silent meditation for the 4 people that was killed in Louisville, Kentucky this morning, and the 9 people that was injured. One of those police officers that was shot in the head graduated from the academy on the 31st day of March. He was in his first 15 days, our first 12 days of duty, and he was shot in the head. He's in critical condition. But I'll ask that our thoughts for a moment will be, or for 1 minute will be, to the city of Louisville, the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and for the Louisville Metro Police Department. Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
President, I move we approve the consent agenda.
All those in favor of approving the consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Judge, it's come to my attention that we've received a resignation from Justice Mary Pankey, that she's going to be due to medical problem. She's going to be unable to serve out her term. And I'd like to put it on the agenda as an additional item to declare a vacancy in that office. I think that motion.
Motion second by Justice Toombs. All those in favor of amending the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
I move we approve the agenda as amended.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes. Are there any constitutional officers reports?
Well, we are at the 100th day of the year, and just a few minutes ago, we had 91 deaths, all happening in my office.
I'm working with the banks to get some higher interest rates, and they gave me quotes, and I'm gonna open another account that we plan. So I'll let y'all know when we get everything finalized.
I'll give a quick one. I just received this in the mail today. It's not a surprise. It's the bridge on MC 30. It's getting to the point where the state is going to close it. I have applied for a couple of grants to replace the bridge. So far, I haven't been awarded one. I'm going to reapply. but they could close the road and anything. But I'm gonna pass it, this is my original, so I need it back. I'd like for y'all to look
Tell me
at it.
again, Ms. Briggs, this is.
It's, the one on, it's MC30, Kibla area.
Okay.
And that's all I have. Sure.
Well, I would just, all the bad news, I'd like to give you good news. The juvenile issue, that worked itself out, it's coming to an end. We got everything taken care of, transports are doing good. Last month, clearance rates on crimes, felony crimes, persons crimes, which are your aggravated assault, terrorist threats, and battery third, we had 80% clearance on it. On the property crimes, which are your criminal, your commercial burglaries, residential burglaries, breaking in, we had a 61.5 clearance on it. The average clearance rate in the United States is only 17.5. So, them guys, I'd like to give a shout out to the deputies out there and the detectives. They are working extremely hard, trying to keep everyone safe. So.
While could you give an update on the peace out?
Why you put this on me for? Well, we're still working with the city and the PSAP committee, trying to get that done. Last month, we went and met with them. They gave us 60 more days to see if we can come to an agreement with the city. They wanted us to meet with the city. We're trying to meet. We tried to meet twice so far. One time she got ill, another time the chief got sick. So we're steadily working on that. They're having a meeting tomorrow. I will be attending. It's not a meeting, it's their clog, what they call their clog over, is all their people just going to listen. I'm hoping this week we'll be able to meet, sit down and meet with them, try to get it all worked out, and we're hoping at the end of the 60 days it'll be over with, and I'm hoping, as well as everybody in the county should be, that it does favorable for us. So.
And last month, they did call for a vote to
Yep.
to give us 2 peace out, just leave us alone, and that vote failed.
But they did fail. They voted and they did fail. But it sort of left us in hopes if that is an option, because giving it all to one person, if they're giving it to the county, which we would hope it would, but or give it to the city, it's not going to benefit both of us. It's going to hurt one of us, and in return, it's going to hurt the taxpayers in Miller County. If they do the 2 peace out, which what we're hoping that they'll do, which leave it alone, be basically the same, and I think it'd be good for all.
Sheriff, it's my impression in attending that meeting and hearing some questions asked by the commission members was that they were very uncomfortable with the fact that it was going to be pulled away from Miller County.
That is my impression also, sir. Right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure I spoke right there.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there any committee reports?
Judge, the insurance committee met, and there's a resolution on the agenda tonight just to let Danes continue to handle our plan. It's notable that this will be a 6-month agreement as opposed to 12 months. What that's going to do is end us in December to get everything to align with the budget process. But there is going to be a slight increase in the premiums. We don't know what amount. Matt sent out an email today, right at the end of the day, that he wasn't able to get the amounts for us. But it's my understanding it will not be a significant change. Sir? I thought it was 3. Yeah. But we don't have that amount tonight.
And that is a resolution, it's not an ordinance.
Correct. It's just, I say that we support continuing that.
Any other committee updates? Comments from the public? I believe you 2 had signed up. Jeffy?
I just wanted to say that our jail is maintaining a steady population of 323 to 325, with our capacity rate is 285. We are currently 3 short in our staff. However, we will continue to do what we've always done, and that is maintain the safety and security of that facility, our officers, and inmates for the sake of Miller County community. That's all I
Thank you. Greg, I believe you signed up to speak.
I think he just signed up, because
Just
I
signed up.
almost did it too.
Oh, okay. All right.
Almost did it too.
I'm getting calls from people about gravel being done to the church. My understanding, and my sister died in 1981, and it was in January, and the county, bless their heart, went down and paved gravel the road so we could get to the cemetery. I thought this was a standard procedure, and I'm not understanding why there's such a big to-do about this. I don't understand it. Why are they, I thought schools and churches.
I believe that procedure was declared illegal a number of years ago.
Well, the Attorney General said it was not.
Not legal or not illegal?
It's not illegal.
Not illegal, okay.
Well,
That's old information that I got a long time ago that they declared
I
illegal.
finally called, I thought maybe I'm just imagining it, and I called Carla, and Carla and I talked about it. All the judges I've known, and I've lived in Miller County all my life, took gravel to schools, churches, cemeteries. I thought it was just a standard procedure we did, and I'm not, like I say, I'm not understanding why these people are raising the devil about putting it at that church. You, like I am, we just don't understand this. I
It's
don't-
political error shooting, and I think it's been squelched, so.
I hope.
Old business? New business?
They do have a copy of the audit report here. I reviewed it. Only negative comment I saw in there involved me. And that was unintentional and unbeknownst to me, but there was a service call made. We did it according to the law. Statute says that if it exceeds $1,000, it's supposed to be issued before the court. Well, I never knew we did the service call already. The audit report was told about it. And it came to about $1,030.
Well, there was
I
actually,
beg forgiveness.
there was actually 2 write-ups against my office. One was because the volunteer fire departments, one of them called Denver Water Wells to come and take care of their well. I didn't know anything about it until I got written up. And the other was the circuit clerk's office hired the husband of one of the employees to come in and build some cabinets. And can't do that. So I was written up for both of those things. So I didn't know about either one of them until
We haven't had any cabinets built.
Carla, what was it? It was in Mary Pinkle's office.
Moving furniture.
No, they moved some furniture.
Did y'all pay him?
Well, that was Mary, but yes, I think she did.
Then that could have been in.
Other than that, I think we have a pretty clean audit.
Just a policy.
I move we approve the audit.
All those in favor, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Justice Smith. All those in favor of approving the audit, say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes.
Judge, I have two insurance audit ordinance on the Justice Carter.
And it's actually a resolution too. It's actually a resolution.
Yeah, it's actually a resolution, it is not an ordinance. Stephanie, you want to read the resolution?
Being enacted by the County of Miller, State of Arkansas, a resolution entitled, a resolution authorizing the county judge to enter into an agreement with Assured Benefit Administrators and Mutual of Omaha. Whereas Danes Insurance and Financial Services has presented a proposal to Miller County for employee health insurance coverage, and whereas Danes Insurance and Financial Services has shopped through employee health insurance coverage for Miller County, and whereas a number of quotes were returned to Danes Insurance and financial services. Assured Benefit Administrators, abbreviated ABA, and Mutual of Omaha provided the best vote without loss of benefits. And whereas States Insurance and Financial Services has recommended that the county sign an agreement with Assured Benefit Administrators, abbreviated ABA, and Mutual of Omaha for employee health coverage, then now therefore be it resolved by the Quorum Court of Miller County that Miller County Judge Kathy H. Harrison is hereby authorized to sign an agreement with Assured Benefit Administrators and Mutual of Omaha. Furthermore, be it resolved by the Quorum Court of the County of Miller, State of Arkansas, that this resolution shall become effective immediately upon passage and approval. Passed this day and approved on the 10th day of April 2023.
I move we pass the resolution.
Second.
All those in favor of passing the resolution, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Resolution passes.
2023-2.
Judge, the next item, I'll Mr. Stovall handle that, I guess. Are you aware of it?
I'm sorry.
We discussed it in committee that there is an ordinance it was in your packet about charging $65 for all prisoners from any out-of-county entities, or any entities located in Lower County, and it would be regardless of whether they're misdemeanor or felonies. That makes it a little easier to keep up with. There was some discussion of whether that it was actually passed out of the committee to approve for approval in the last meeting, and there's some discussion post-committee meeting of whether we should pass it now or go ahead and refer to the judge on for desire to let them know that's it.
I would like to see it passed. So we wanted it on last month's agenda and we didn't have a meeting to get it on there. So I'd like to do the emergency clause and get it passed tonight.
I'd like to get it corrected before we pass it.
What are you going to correct? I mean, what are you?
Well, we talked about the two different areas, and I'm gonna vote against it as it is, but there's, and I'm not against the idea of the rate or anything, but, if we're gonna have to come back and fix it later, let's just get it right the first time. This section 8 is what I'm really concerned about, and that's not gonna fly like it is, I don't believe. We've already said that we can't, once the city arrests them until they become the county's problem, then we have to pay for their
Wrong.
their
That's
health
law.
problems.
That's law.
And this says, to be governmental unit responsible for the arrest of the prisoner.
Well, I think the ordinance, the law says that we are, the arresting entity is responsible for until there's an information filed on. At that time, they would become the.
But that's not really what that says. is it?
It doesn't have to say it's already law. Would you agree with that? That's a state statute.
Yeah, I'd have to. I mean, I think that is law once information probably goes into the.
Once information filed, they become another county responsibility. But until that point, they're responsible for the arresting. And I don't see where this runs about.
You don't say that it's in conflict with state law?
No, it's in compliance with state law. I mean, their hours was,
Wasn't this written by the?
this, that was written by the county attorney. That's all he does is county and municipal law.
I have a different opinion of it. I think it complies with state law. I'd like to see it agreed.
I'll second that. Second.
I'd ask you to read the ordinance. And let me make my motion with emergency clause attached.
If you read the ordinance, please.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Miller, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance to establish fees that shall be charged for maintaining and keeping prisoners with all other governmental units, to direct and authorize the collection of the same by the county sheriff and judge, to repeal any previous Miller County Quorum Court setting, date daily jail fees for prisoners and other governmental units, to declare an emergency and for other purposes. Section 1. Any previous Miller County Quorum Court ordinances setting daily jail fees for prisoners of other governmental units are repealed in their entirety and replaced with the following. Section 2. In the absence of a written contract on jail costs between Miller County and any city or other governmental unit that presents a prisoner to the county detention center for incarceration, the sheriff shall levy the daily fees established by this ordinance, which shall be charged for all prisoners kept in the Miller County Detention Center pursuant to Arkansas Code annotated 12-41-506. Where a written contract between a county and a particular governmental unit exists, which contract must be the current year only, the rate established in the written contract shall be levied, billed, and collected monthly by the sheriff. Section 3. Prisoners shall mean, in quotation, those offenders who are arrested by municipal or other non-county governmental units, law enforcement officers, and delivered to the county jail for incarceration from the point of intake until A, charging on a felony offense, B, sentencing of a misdemeanor offense, and 3, release of a municipal ordinance violation, end quotation, as set out in Mississippi County v. City of Blytheville et al., 2018, Arkansas 50. Section 4. It shall be the obligation of the Miller County Sheriff's Department to maintain reports containing the name of each prisoner, the governmental unit committing the prisoner, and the number of days each prisoner is incarcerated in the Miller County Jail. Section 5. The Miller County Sheriff's Department shall charge and collect per diem costs of $65 per prisoner per day, or any part thereof, for any and all prisoners incarcerated by any other governmental unit in the Miller County Jail. Per diem costs set by this ordinance are subject to recalculation at any time and solely at the option of Miller County through the ordinance process. Section 6. All funds collected pursuant to this ordinance shall be accounted for and turned over to the county treasurer as they are received and shall be deposited by said county treasurer into the county general fund. Section 7. All fees levied and charged under this ordinance and or under any written contract between Miller County and any governmental unit shall be due and payable by the 10th day of the succeeding month in which billed. Section 8. Medical or dental treatment shall be provided to any prisoner as required under state and federal law. Any medical and or dental treatment costs shall be billed to the prisoner and or to the governmental unit responsible for the arrest of the prisoner. Section 9. If any portion of this ordinance shall be subsequently held invalid, the remaining parts thereof shall remain in full force and effect. Section 10. It is hereby determined that the adoption of this ordinance is necessary for the proper physical operation of the Miller County Detention Center. Therefore, an emergency is hereby declared to exist, and this ordinance shall be enforced and shall take effect upon passage and publication.
I move we pass the ordinance.
Second, Justice Toombs. Would the clerk call the roll, please?
We asked for, this being an ordinance that doesn't involve budgetary items, it probably would have to be required to place in 3 readings.
It wasn't.
Should we?
Required 3 readings.
Just require 3 readings? Okay. In that case, I'd like to amend my motion to place this on the first, to have placed this on first reading and then move on to suspend the rules and make the second motion, place on second reading title. Yes, sir.
I think where it says the county general fund, I think that should go, I think that's supposed to be the jail M&O maintenance and operations.
No,
Correct?
Well, it goes into county general, then it's reappropriated from the budget
Okay.
Wouldn't it just be better to wait a couple weeks to get it right?
No, it's passing as is.
Okay.
We're not trying to amend it or anything, there's nothing in particular wrong with it, it's just how we approach passing. We need to put it on 3 readings, so my first motion would be the first reading, and we should vote on the first reading and move on to the second reading.
Would the clerk call the roll, please?
Justice Wilson,
I agree.
Justice Green is absent, Justice Hall,
Yes.
Justice Pankey is absent, Justice Toombs,
Yes.
Justice Pender,
Yes.
Justice Stovall,
Yes.
Justice Rayburn,
Yes.
Justice Smith,
Yes.
Justice Coward,
No.
and Justice Watkins.
No.
Move to place the ordinance on second reading, title only.
Being enacted by the county, by the Quorum Court, County of Miller, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance to establish fees that shall be charged for maintenance and keeping prisoners of all other governmental units, to direct and authorize the collection of same by the county sheriff and judge, to repeal any previous Miller County Quorum Court setting daily jail fees for prisoners of other governmental units, to declare an emergency, and for other purposes.
We need a motion, a second.
Pardon me?
We need a motion and a second.
This is a motion to suspend the rules and place the ordinance on second reading. It will require a vote.
We have a second. Second. Would the clerk call the roll, please?
Justice Wilson,
Yes.
Justice Hall,
Yes.
Justice Toombs,
Yes.
Justice Pender,
Yes.
Justice Stovall,
Yes.
Justice Rayburn,
Yes.
Justice Smith,
Yes.
Justice Coward,
No.
Justice Watkins,
No.
Due to the 2 absences, I'm calling for a motion to carry ordinance failed. Judge, with that, I'm moving to adjourn.
What about the
We
declare
have
the
this
vacancy?
resolution. Declare the vacancy.
Oh, yeah, excuse me. In that case, I will bring forward a motion to declare a vacancy in Ms. Pankey's office. What district is that?
JB Ford.
District 4.
Second by Justice Coward. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Can I ask one more thing? Since she is declared vacant now, if anybody's on the personnel committee or other committees on the board wants to have any input on the pay raises going forward, feel free to get together, whatever questions you have, any input, suggestions, or other things. I want to have another meeting here in a couple of weeks to address that and try to continue moving forward.
Nothing else on the agenda? We have a motion to
Move to
adjourn.
adjourn.
All those in favor say aye.
We didn't need to read that ordinance.
It failed.
No, this ordinance for the vacancy of.
Oh, I didn't know you had one.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
I've already got us one.
Okay.
A resolution declaring a vacancy in the office of Justice of the Peace for District 4, Miller County, Arkansas. Whereas on April 10, 2023, the Quorum Court, Miller County, Arkansas adopted a resolution declaring that a vacancy existed in the office of Justice of the Peace District 4, Miller County, Arkansas. Whereas it is the obligation of the County Quorum Court of Miller County, State of Arkansas, to declare that a vacancy has occurred as authorized by Amendment 55 of the Constitution of the State of Arkansas and Arkansas Code annotated 1414-1309. Now therefore be resolved by the Quorum Court of the County of Miller, State of Arkansas, that a vacancy is declared to exist in the Office of Justice of the Peace in District 4. Furthermore, be it resolved by the Quorum Court of the County of Miller, State of Arkansas, that this resolution shall become effective immediately upon its passage and approval, dated on this 10th day of April 2023.
Justice Wilson?
Yes.
Justice Hall?
Yes.
Justice Patton? Justice James?
Yes.
Justice Peter?
Yes.
Justice Stovall?
Yes.
Justice Gray?
Yes.
Justice Smith?
Yes.
Justice Coward?
Yes.
Justice Watkins?
Yes.
For 2023-3.
We have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All those in favor say aye.
Yes.